Let's cut through the noise. You want better skin, but you don't want to spend 3 hours decoding ingredient labels or drop half your paycheck on a single serum. I'm Sarah Ling-Miller, and when I was dealing with postpartum melasma while juggling court depositions, I needed a skincare routine that actually worked without requiring a cosmetic chemistry degree. Here's what I figured out. Building a bioregenerative skincare routine takes about 15 minutes to set up and under 10 minutes a day to maintain. You'll spend somewhere between $80 and $150 upfront for products that last 3 to 4 months. That breaks down to roughly 70 cents to $1.25 per day. The payoff? Real improvements in skin texture and tone within 4 to 6 weeks, thanks to actives that genuinely boost your skin's natural cell turnover instead of just sitting pretty on the surface. You're listening to Luxury Beauty on a Budget podcast. Quick heads up before we dive in. Everything you're about to hear, all the research, the data, the recommendations, that's human written and verified by me and my team. But the voice delivering it is AI generated, which lets us get these episodes to you faster and more consistently. To everyone who's been listening for a while, thank you. Your support keeps this show going. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm really glad you found us. We drop new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, covering practical, budget-conscious beauty strategies that actually work. Today, we're talking about building a bioregenerative skincare routine without needing a second mortgage. So let's jump in. This is a beginner to intermediate guide. If you've never used actives before, you'll start slow. If you're already working with retinol or acids, you'll learn how to layer these smartly with growth factors and peptides for maximum effect. Now, let's talk about what you'll actually need. For your core products, you're looking at a gentle cleanser with a pH between 5 and 5.5 because you need a clean canvas without stripping your barrier. You'll need a bioregenerative serum containing either EGF, that's epidermal growth factor, at 50 to 500 nanograms per milliliter, or bakuchiol at 0.5 to 2%. You'll want a peptide serum with Matrixyl 3000 or copper peptides at 5 to 10% concentration. You need a barrier repair moisturizer with ceramides 1, 3, and 6-2, plus cholesterol and fatty acids, and broad-spectrum SPF 30 or higher is absolutely non-negotiable because cell turnover means newer, more vulnerable skin. For optional boosters, you might consider retinol or retinaldehyde at 0.25 to 1% if you're more advanced, an exfoliating acid like lactic at 5 to 10% or mandelic at 5 to 8% can help with texture, and an antioxidant serum with vitamin C at 10 to 20% or resveratrol at 1 to 3% adds another layer of protection. As far as tools go, keep it simple. Clean fingertips. Seriously, put down the cotton pads because they absorb half your product. A small notebook or phone app to track what you're using and when, and a timer. You'll need it for wait times between layers. Let's start with strategic cleansing. You cannot build cell turnover on dirty skin, period. Use a low pH cleanser in that 4.5 to 5.5 range, morning and night. I'm talking about formulas like CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. Check the link below to see the current price. It's usually around $15 for 16 ounces, and it's made in the USA with ceramides and hyaluronic acid. Or the Inky List Oat Cleansing Balm. Check the link below to see the current price. Around $10 for 5 ounces, manufactured in the UK, if you wear makeup. The pH matters because your skin's natural acid mantle sits at 4.7, and anything too alkaline disrupts the enzymatic processes that govern cell turnover. Here's what nobody tells you. Over-cleansing kills bioregenerative results. When I was washing my face twice with foaming cleansers plus my cellar water, my expensive growth factor serum did exactly nothing. Your skin barrier needs to be intact for bioregenerative actives to work properly. Cleanse for 60 seconds max. Massage gently with lukewarm water, not hot, because heat degrades barrier lipids. Pat dry, leaving skin slightly damp. This takes 90 seconds total, which means you have zero excuse to skip it while your coffee brews.
Cost per use runs about 6 to 10 cents, depending on which product you choose. Time investment is 90 seconds twice daily. One thing to note, the Inky List cleanser sometimes leaves a slight film if you have very oily skin. Not a deal breaker, but worth a second rinse if you're acne prone. Moving on to your bioregenerative serum, and this is where things get interesting. Your bioregenerative serum goes on damp skin immediately after cleansing, not after toner, not after essence, first. Why? Growth factors like EGF and plant stem cell extracts work by binding to specific receptors on your skin cells. They need direct access. Every layer you put on first creates a barrier that reduces penetration by up to 40%, according to cosmetic chemistry studies. Use 3 to 4 drops for your entire face and neck. I use the ordinary EUK 134.1%. Check the link below to see the current price, around $10 for 1 ounce, made in Canada. Layered with the ordinary Matricil 10% plus HA. Check the link below to see the current price, around $14 for 1 ounce. That gives me bioregenerative benefits for about 16 cents per application. If you want something ready-made, try BioEffect EGF serum at around $165 for half an ounce, or skip the luxury markup and go with Timeless Q10 serum with Matricil 3000. Check the link below to see the current price, around $26 for 1 ounce. Made in USA, contains 5% Matricil plus antioxidants. Application technique matters here. Press the serum into skin with flat palms. Don't rub. Rubbing creates friction heat that can denature peptide chains. Press, hold for 2 to 3 seconds, release. Takes 20 seconds total. Wait 3 minutes after application before the next step. Set a timer. I do this while I'm brushing my teeth or making my kids' lunches. Growth factors need time to bind to receptors. Studies from the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology show maximum binding occurs within 3 to 5 minutes. Fair warning, the Ordinary's dropper bottle for Matricil is annoying. The serum is too thick and dispenses slowly. You'll learn to tip the bottle horizontally and wait. Minor complaint, huge savings. Next up, layering peptides strategically. Peptides are the workhorses of bioregenerative skincare. They're signal molecules that tell your skin to produce more collagen, elastin, and hyaluronic acid, essentially tricking your cells into acting younger. After your 3-minute wait, apply peptide serum. Look for formulas containing Matrixyl 3000, that's palmitoyl tripeptide 1 plus palmitoyl tetrapeptide 7 at 5 to 10%, or copper peptides, GHKCU, at 1 to 3%, or argireline acetylhexapeptide 8 at 5 to 10% if you're targeting expression lines. The Ordinary Buffet, check the link below to see the current price, around $17 for 1 ounce, contains multiple peptide complexes plus amino acids and hyaluronic acid. It's my go-to when I'm too tired to think. The Inky List Collagen Peptide Serum, check the link below to see the current price, around $15 for 1 ounce, made in the UK with comparable penetration to $80 plus prestige brands. Application is 3 to 4 drops, press into skin. Another 2-minute wait. I know you're thinking, Sarah, that's 5 minutes already, and yes it is, but this is where cell turnover happens. You can scroll your phone or drink your coffee. You don't need to stand statue still. One frustration, peptide serums are almost universally sticky until they fully absorb. The stickiness lasts 60 to 90 seconds. I've learned to apply my serum, then start getting dressed while it sinks in. Now we get to adding retinoids or acids if your skin can handle it. Here's where building a bioregenerative skincare routine gets personalized. Not everyone needs this step, especially if you're new to actives. If you're using retinol, apply it after peptides in the evening only. Start with 0.25 to 0.3% concentration twice weekly. The Ordinary Retinol 0.5% in squalene, check the link below to see the current price, around $7 for 1 ounce, made in Canada, is absurdly affordable. Versed Press Restart Gentle Retinol Serum. Check the link below to see the current price. Around $22 for 1 ounce, made in USA, uses encapsulated retinol that's less irritating if you're sensitive. If you're using acids, lactic acid 5 to 10% or mandelic acid 5 to 8% work well with bioregenerative routines because they're gentler than glycolic. Apply after peptides, wait 2 minutes. I use the ordinary lactic acid 10% plus HA. Check the link below to see the current price. Around $8 for 1 ounce, 3 times weekly at night. Critical rule: don't use retinol and acids the same night when you're starting out. Alternate nights. I do peptides plus retinol Monday, Wednesday, Friday, peptides plus lactic acid Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, peptides only on Sunday. The Ordinary's retinol and squalene feels greasy for about 5 minutes. If you're applying makeup in the morning, skip the retinol or use a silicone primer after it fully absorbs.
Let's talk about sealing everything with barrier support. Cell turnover means nothing if you're simultaneously destroying your moisture barrier. After all your active layers have absorbed, total wait time is about 5 minutes from start. Apply a barrier repair moisturizer. You need 3 lipid types: ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids in a 3:1:1 ratio. This mimics your skin's natural barrier composition. CeraVe PM Facial Moisturizing Lotion. Check the link below to see the current price. Around $13.50 for 3 ounces. Made in USA. Contains ceramides 1, 3, and 6-2 plus niacinamide 4%. Stratia Liquid Gold. Check the link below to see the current price. Around $32 for 2 ounces. Made in USA. Uses the research-backed 3:1:1 ratio with 4% niacinamide and sea buckthorn oil. Cost breakdown. CeraVe is about 15 cents per use. Stratia is about 53 cents per use. Both last about 3 months with daily application. I've used both. Stratia absorbs faster and layers better under makeup, but CeraVe works fine if you're on a tight budget. Use a pea-sized amount for your face, slightly more for neck and chest. Press it in rather than rubbing. You've just spent 6 minutes layering actives. Don't mess it up now with aggressive massage. Morning only. If it's AM, wait 2 minutes, then apply SPF. If it's PM, you're done. Total routine time at this point is 8 minutes in the evening, 10 minutes in the morning, including SPF. One heads up. CeraVe's pump dispenser occasionally gets clogged. You'll need to remove the pump, wipe it clean, and reset it every few weeks. Annoying, but manageable. Now, protecting with broad-spectrum SPF every morning. Cell turnover brings newer, thinner skin to the surface. That skin is more vulnerable to UV damage than your old, dead surface cells were. Skipping SPF while using bioregenerative actives is like power washing your car, then parking it in a hailstorm. Use SPF 30 minimum, broad spectrum, that protects against UVA and UVB. Apply 1/4 teaspoon for face and neck. This is more than you think. I use 2 fingers length, squeeze from the tube. Budget picks. Neutrogena Clear Face SPF 55. Check the link below to see the current price. Around $9 for 3 ounces. Made in USA. Is oil-free and doesn't pill under makeup. Black Girl Sunscreen SPF 30. Check the link below to see the current price. Around $16 for 3 ounces. Made in USA. Works beautifully on deeper skin tones without white cast. Pipette Mineral SPF 50. Check the link below to see the current price. Around $15 for 4 ounces. Made in USA. Is mineral-based if you're sensitive to chemical filters. Application timing. Wait 2 minutes after moisturizer, then apply SPF. Wait another 2 minutes before makeup. I know that sounds like a lot of waiting, but you're literally building new skin cells. This is the time investment required for actual results. Reapply every 2 hours if you're outdoors or sitting near windows. In court or at the office with fluorescent lighting, 1 morning application is sufficient. Keep a travel-sized tube in your bag for midday reapplication. Takes 45 seconds at your desk or in your car. I'm not gonna lie. Every mineral SPF I've tried leaves some white cast initially. It fades within 10 to 15 minutes, but if you're running late and need to look polished immediately, use a chemical SPF instead. Here's the part people skip.
monitoring and adjusting based on skin response. Building a bioregenerative skincare routine isn't set it and forget it. Your skin will tell you it's working, you just need to pay attention. Week 1 to 2, expect mild tingling with actives. That's normal, but not burning or persistent redness. That's not normal. If you're getting irritation, reduce frequency. Drop from nightly to every other night. Skip the retinol or acid layer until your barrier recovers. Week 3 to 4, you should see smoother texture and more even skin tone. Take photos in the same lighting every week. Your bathroom mirror at 7 a.m. with the overhead light on. When you're seeing your face every day, you won't notice gradual changes without comparison shots. Week 5 to 8, this is when cell turnover really kicks in. Fine lines soften, pores appear smaller. They're not actually smaller, the surrounding skin is just plumper, and your skin holds moisture better. If you're not seeing changes by week 8, your concentration might be too low or your barrier might be compromised. Adjustment signals to watch for: excessive dryness means reduce active frequency or increase moisturizer. Breakouts mean check for comedogenic ingredients in your moisturizer. Some plant oils clog pores. No results means increase active concentration gradually or add a second bioregenerative ingredient. Irritation means strip back to basics: cleanser, moisturizer, SPF for 5 to 7 days. Then reintroduce one active at a time. I track this in my phone's Notes app. What I used, morning or night, any skin reactions. Takes 15 seconds to update. When I went through postpartum hormonal chaos, this tracking saved me from abandoning products that actually worked but just needed more time. Let's optimize timing for maximum efficacy. When you apply your routine matters almost as much as what you apply. Cell renewal peaks during sleep. Your skin's natural repair mechanisms are 2 to 3 times more active between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m., according to chronobiology research. Evening routine: 6 to 8 minutes. Cleanse for 90 seconds. Bioregenerative serum with a 3-minute wait. Peptide serum with a 2-minute wait. Retinol or acid if scheduled with a 2-minute wait. Barrier repair moisturizer. Morning routine: 10 minutes. Cleanse for 90 seconds. Bioregenerative serum with a 3-minute wait. Antioxidant serum, optional, with a 2-minute wait. Barrier repair moisturizer with a 2-minute wait. SPF. I do my evening routine at 9 p.m. after my kids are in bed, not right before sleep. This gives actives 1 to 2 hours to fully absorb before my face hits the pillow. In the morning, I start my routine at 6:15 a.m. before waking the kids. That gives me enough time to layer properly before the chaos begins. Efficiency hack: keep your routine products in a small basket or tray on your bathroom counter in application order. I wasted so much time hunting for bottles and drawers when I was exhausted. Now it's grab and go. Now for some pro tips from someone who's messed this up repeatedly. Store your serums in a cool, dark place, not on the sunny bathroom windowsill. Growth factors and peptides degrade in heat and light. I keep mine in a drawer. Retinol goes in the fridge. Seriously, it extends shelf life from 3 months to 6 to 8 months. Mix your peptide serum with your moisturizer in your palm if you're ridiculously short on time. You'll lose about 10% efficacy compared to separate layering, but 90% results in 4 minutes beats 0% results because you skipped the routine entirely. I do this at hotels or when I've overslept. Don't buy into more is more. I wasted $200 on 7 different serums before I realized that layering 12 actives doesn't give you 12 times results. It gives you irritation and product pilling. Stick to 2 to 3 active products max, quality over quantity. Start actives on a Friday evening so you have the weekend to deal with potential irritation before important meetings or events. When I first used retinol, my skin peeled for 2 days. Doing it before a deposition would have been catastrophic. Common mistakes that will sabotage your results. Using hot water to cleanse. It strips lipids and makes everything else you apply less effective. Lukewarm only. Applying SPF directly to damp skin or immediately after a water-based serum dilutes the protection. Always wait 2 minutes. Mixing retinol with vitamin C or acids in the same application, the pH conflict neutralizes both actives. Alternate nights or use vitamin C in the morning, retinol at night. Expect results in 2 weeks. Cell turnover cycles take 28 to 40 days depending on age. Give it 6 to 8 weeks minimum. Buying products based on brand prestige instead of active concentrations. A $200 serum with 0.1% peptides loses to a $15 serum with 5% peptides every single time.
Let's tackle some frequently asked questions. How long does it take to see results from a bioregenerative skincare routine? Most people see initial texture improvements within 3 to 4 weeks, with significant changes to tone, fine lines, and firmness appearing around the 6 to 8 week mark, because that's when your skin has completed 1 to 2 full cell turnover cycles, assuming you're applying the routine consistently twice daily and using actives at effective concentrations. Can I use bioregenerative serums if I'm pregnant or breastfeeding? Yes, most bioregenerative actives like peptides, growth factors, and bakuchiol are considered safe during pregnancy and breastfeeding, but you should avoid retinol, retinaldehyde, and any retinoid derivatives during this time. Stick to peptide-based formulas and consult your dermatologist if you're using prescription-strength actives or have any concerns. Do I need to use all these steps, or can I simplify the routine? You can absolutely simplify. The absolute minimum bioregenerative routine is cleanser, 1 multi-peptide serum, barrier repair moisturizer, and SPF, which takes about 5 minutes total and will still deliver meaningful results, though you'll see faster and more dramatic improvements with the full layered approach. How much should I expect to spend monthly on a bioregenerative skincare routine? A budget-effective bioregenerative routine costs approximately $25 to $40 per month when you buy products like The Ordinary, The Inkey List, or CeraVe, while a mid-range routine with brands like Timeless or Versed runs $50 to $75 monthly, and luxury options can easily exceed $150 to $200 per month, though the ingredient concentrations and results don't always justify the price difference. Here's the summary. Learning how to build a bioregenerative skincare routine doesn't require a cosmetic chemistry degree or a trust fund. You need around 80 to 150 upfront for products that last 3 to 4 months, 6 to 10 minutes daily, and the discipline to stay consistent for 6 to 8 weeks. Start with the core steps: gentle cleansing, bioregenerative serum, peptides, barrier support, and SPF. Add retinol or acids once your skin agaps. Monitor your response weekly and adjust concentrations or frequency based on what your skin tells you. The routine I've outlined here is exactly what I built after my second pregnancy, when I had melasma, zero time, and intense skepticism about whether budget products could actually work. 18 months later, my skin looks better than it did before kids, and I'm spending around $32 per month instead of the $200 plus I used to drop at Sephora. Your cell turnover is happening whether you optimize it or not. You might as well give it the support it needs. That wraps up this episode of Luxury Beauty on a Budget podcast. Thanks for hanging out with me today. New episodes go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you've always got something fresh waiting for you. If this episode helped you out, I'd really appreciate it if you'd leave a 5-star rating and write a quick review. It honestly makes a huge difference in helping other people discover the show when they're searching for reliable beauty advice that doesn't assume unlimited cash. And go ahead and hit subscribe or follow so you get a notification the second a new episode drops. I'll see you next time.